minivan, but after driving this one around, I have a feeling it's my next car. So it's totally loaded. It's got tons of great features that I like, and I'm just going to walk you through some of them. So we're going to start out in the trunk and just kind of show off the seats, because my minivan that I've had for a long time has all these crazy straps and pulleys and levers, and it can be really difficult to pull one lever while you pull and a strap and try and get it down. Well, this one's a lot easier. As you can see, you just hold down this one button and it's going to fold itself completely down, which is kind of ridiculous. It's so easy. So not only that, but we got some power back here. We've got your regular cigarette kind of plug-in thing here, and also a household plug-in back here, which, you know, if you've seen my other videos, I love a household plug-in. So now if you want to pop the seat back up, it's pretty much just as easy. It's ridiculously easy. I mean, you know, they use that term push button easy, but it really is. I love the hook right here. You can hang clothes on there, which is great. It actually has hooks throughout the van, so it's a feature you're probably going to see a couple other times. There's one here and one there. And then of course, it's great when I just pushed one button and now the trunk is closing itself. Now, why would I be videotaping this side of the car? That's kind of ridiculous, but these chairs are pretty incredible. You'll see that there's a whole host of handles here. So, pull one back, and that's going to bring it back. And it's on a track, and the track is super long. So, I can push this way back, and you can have a ton of legroom. If you don't have other kids in the back, this is definitely the way to go. But get this, it's a recliner. My children were completely blown away by this. Plus it stretches out. Now you think, well, that's great for a kid, but could an adult sit there? Well, actually an adult can sit here, actually quite comfortably, I must say. And the seat in front of me is adjusted, so I'm 5'7", so I would say anybody that's 5'7" or smaller could quite comfortably sit back here. Probably if I look at that, I could scoot back some more. Now my feet aren't even touching the chair in front of me, so probably anybody 5'9" or shorter would be able to fit back here quite well. The front seat's pretty great too. A couple things I like about it. I'm going to start it up. It's just pushing the button. I do have the key in my hand, but as you see, it's keyless. It's just the standard button that comes on all the cars now. That also means that it's keyless entry. Getting into it, the door can sense that the key's in my pocket, so all I do is touch the door and it unlocks and I can get in the car, and then when I'm ready to leave, I get out, touch the door, and it locks. It's great. So, on the driver's side, everything's electronic. It's the same on the passenger side. The only difference is that besides being able to push your chair back and forth, there's great lumbar support. My husband's not big on lumbar support, but I am, and this one has a really good one, and it's electronic. So right now I'm inflating the lumbar support all the way for me, and then I can set it. So there's a couple different settings in the door, so we can set it for 2 different people. So I can set it for myself, and then when my husband gets in, he can just click L2. Since he's the second driver, I consider myself number 1. And it'll deflate that and kind of adjust back. He likes to sit completely different from me. I guess that's the way most men are. Another feature I like is that the steering wheel is heated. I live in Oregon, it's cold. It's not as cold as some places, but it's cold. And the steering wheel heats up really nicely, especially up here, the 10 and 2, where you put your hands at most of the time anyway. Let's see. Alright, right now I'm comfortably resting in my recliner seat in the back. As you can see, my legs are up. Got my nice reclined seat. And great news for moms and dads everywhere. The Toyota Sienna Comes with a remote, and it's a real remote. So I don't have to control it from the front anymore. I can just have the kids control it themselves. Because I get tired of, Mommy, start the movie, start the movie. Why haven't you started the movie? I can't hear. That gets kind of old. So, and look at the sides of the screen. And I have to note that it's a Blu-ray player too. Finally, a Blu-ray player in the car. You know how many movies we can't play in our car because they're not Blu-ray? Granted, my minivan is quite old. So, now this one, the screen's only showing that much, and I'm not sure why. It's probably because of the type of movie we have in. But that screen is much larger, so, and it does split screen, so that's pretty cool. This van came with 4 sets of wireless headphones. I love that. Usually minivans only come with 2. I need to do a little more research and make sure that it actually does come with 4 sets of headphones and that they didn't just do that for me because they knew I had a bunch of kids. That's great, because now I can listen to my music while they're listening to their movie. They can also control their own AC and heat back here. You know how kids are, so they like to have all of their own. They have their own moonroof. So, just like the other ones do. That's the back seat back there. Alright, I am all the way in the back of the car now. I moved that seat up so I'd have plenty of room back here. So, with it scooted up, I got plenty of room. Now, this one's still in recline mode, and you can bring it all the way back. So, if you don't have somebody sitting in this seat, then you don't have to deal with it. We got 2 cup holders on this side. We got a little storage in here. In there we got a volume, so you can plug in your own set of headphones and a little controller there. You can see, so that's great. Then we have the same exact thing right here on the other side. Another set of headphones. So if it does only come with 2 headphones, then it's really no problem because you can plug in 2 back here. One nice feature about this is that it does have a sunscreen back here. I've never seen that on the back windows of a minivan, so that's pretty great. Now, I have seen it, you know, up here on the sides. That's pretty typical, but that's new to me to see them on these back windows. I jumped back up to the middle row because I forgot to show you a couple of things. Actually, one of my favorite features in the car is this console right here in the middle. It's your standard minivan console. But, with the press of the button, look at that. It came all the way out. So now the kids' drinks are real close. So not only do they have a cup holder in the door, they also have one right here. And it's within reach, so that's great. And then, I think on road trips, I would put a trash can right there. To me, that looks like the perfect spot for a trash can. In fact, there's trash in there. Go figure. Thanks, kids. So, I think I've already mentioned all you have to do is press the button to crank the car. And what I like about it is kind of similar to the Toyota Camry I was driving. It has apps. I like having apps as part of your console because I'm an iPhone user and everybody uses apps. The eco mode kind of shows you your gas mileage. It says that my best mileage this week was 24.7 and I'm averaging 14.7. Actually, most of the week it said that I averaged 18, so I'm a little surprised that it shows so low, but I was downtown Portland having lunch today when the school called and told me my son was sick, so I was driving with a heavy foot on the way home, to say the least. Okay, audio. One nice thing is it syncs to my once I sync my Bluetooth to the car, it's good to go. If I play a podcast on my phone, it plays through the radio. So this one does have XM. It's got a CD player right here. It's not very noticeable, but it's there. It takes a USB, which is nice. The USB port is down here, and I have been using it as a charger instead of to play music, but you could. These are your seat warmers. You can control how hot they get, and you can turn them off. Charger right here, which is great. And then we got the Blu-ray player down there. And I can't really tell if you can see this, but you'll notice the Blu-ray player. And then there's a SD card. You can put a SD card in here, which is really great. And then down below, way down here, you got even more. You got another charger and another USB. So I love power outlets, and this one has a bunch. This does have a backup camera. It's very nice. It does notify you if you're about to hit somebody or something, or if somebody's coming, so that's great. As far as I know, this car is not on a service plan, and but yet it has, you can put in an address and find it. A neat thing about when it is given step-by-step directions, over here where it says it's on the Bluetooth, it'll actually switch and show the map instead and tell you, so if you need to turn, an arrow is going to show you that you need to turn, and so you don't have to look all the way over here. Instead, it's right in your line of sight, which I really like that. One thing I've been particularly interested in is this driver easy speed. So I don't quite understand how it works, but syncing your phone to a Toyota Sienna really couldn't be easier. I hit setup. Well, first I went to apps, then I went to setup, and now I'm going to hit Bluetooth. And I've already synced mine, but let's say I want to add my husband's, I would just click add. It's going to search for it. He would open up his settings on his iPhone, click Bluetooth, and then pair them. Super easy. And it remembers you. So every time I get in the car, it starts up my podcast right where I left off. It's already automatically all set up. So another thing that's nice is, let's see if I can find it. On my phone settings here, you can see who I called recently. So let's say I want to call my sister again, I can just hit the button. How nice is that?